What am I looking at here?
You just a little bitty bitch for show. You just a little bitty bitch. You just a little bitty bitch for show.
Like, what is this? I thought this guy was on a journey to Jesus.
And his name is Jesus, and he's changed my life. He's changed my life, man. I just want to know what it looks like to love people, you know.
You just a little bitty bitch for show. I've been the shit.
I don't know, man. I think that holy water you've been drinking is laced with bath salts. And what is this music?
You just a little bitty bitch for show. I've been the shit.
You just a little bit bitch for sure. You just a little bit bitch.
There is new criticism of Justin Bieber, and the internet has things to say about it that we need to talk about right now. Please click the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to talk about a lot of important pop culture drama that you won't want to miss. As of late, Justin has been all over Twitch, and the videos are all over the place. While I haven't seen him live, the clips going around social media show a totally different side of him that no one saw coming. Being honest about his problems in life, setting limits in relationships, growing as a person, and forgiving others in ways that seem real and unfiltered. It's like being able to see someone go to therapy in real time. And to be honest, it's kind of shocking because we don't usually see him this vulnerable. The author talks about how hard it can be to set limits with other people when you're trying to be kind and respectful, but they take advantage of your kindness. At one point, he talks about how he respects himself enough to tell people to back off when they need to, because if he doesn't set those limits, everyone will think they can talk to him in any way they want. Even he knows he has flaws. He says he can be impatient and insensitive at times, but he's working on forgiving himself because he thinks that's what God does for him. It's interesting to hear how he talks about his faith because he doesn't see God as a strict parent who is always mad at him for not following all the rules perfectly. He instead sees God as helpful and encouraging, like someone telling him, let's work through this together instead of criticizing every mistake. When looked at from the outside, this openness is actually nice because celebrities usually keep their lives so secret. It seems like everyone in the entertainment business is hiding something or putting on a perfect persona that makes them look untouchable and better than everyone else. But Justin isn't hiding anything. He's just telling it like it is. His daily life is pretty open to the public. He lets people call Hailey during streams, hangs out with friends, eats fast food, goes skateboarding, and more. It doesn't feel like a show featuring famous people. It feels more like hanging out with a friend. But success always leads to controversy. Now, people don't agree on whether this is great or bad. Some critics say that Justin's mystery is quickly fading and that fans' views of him are changing because he is getting too much attention. Some viewers like how honest he is, while others say, we don't need to see this much of his personal life. People are very critical of how much time he spends away from home when he has a young child. They wonder why he needs to broadcast himself for hours when he should be taking care of his family. This criticism goes into the area of parenting judgment, which is always tricky because no one really knows what goes on in someone else's home when the doors are closed. He probably has more than one reason for being on Twitch besides just wanting to share his life. Right away, he probably wants to connect with his fans in a real way since he doesn't use Instagram Live or TikTok like most celebrities his age do. Thanks to Twitch, he can now talk to his fans directly after staying away from the public eye for years. We need to be realistic though, because this choice will affect our finances. Those who stream on Twitch make a lot of money, and Justin probably saw an opportunity to make more money. People tend to forget that artists pay for their own stage production, lighting, sound, choreography, dancers, and everything else that goes into their shows. Every bit of that big paycheck goes right back into putting on the show over the 2 weekends. It's likely that he's not keeping much of it. His new albums didn't sell as well as his older ones, which is important because despite what most people think, musicians don't make most of their money from album sales. Artists make their real money when they go on tour. Record companies put money into making albums and expect to get their money back. That's why the money they give is used for studio time, producers, songwriters, background vocalists, mixing, mastering, and a lot of other costs. Once the record company gets their money back, the artist gets a small cut of the sales. That's why touring is so important for making money and why someone like Justin would look into other ways to make money, like streaming. There have been persistent rumors that he is having money problems, including claims that he is broke and owes Scooter Braun a lot of money after selling his music library. It makes sense to diversify your income, especially if you have a family to support, whether those rumors are true or not. The Twitch project could bring in money and give fans a way to interact with the show in a meaningful way, so why not go after it? He reportedly bought a space that could have cost around $20 million, 0 cents. That number seems a bit high though, somewhere on the Universal Studios lot that he turned into his own studio hangouts area. It looks like something from a movie where a rich kid builds the best place to relax and have fun, complete with all the comforts of home. People say that celebrities need to keep their distance and privacy to keep their fans excited about seeing them. Let's talk about this argument. It's possible that strategy worked decades ago, but it doesn't work with today's audiences. Fans today want celebrities who are relatable and feel like they can be reached and talked to, not distant and untouchable. Fans want to see how their favorite artists do everyday things like eat breakfast, answer the phone, hang out with friends, and do other things. Witnessing these everyday events brings people together and makes celebrities feel less like mythical figures and more like real people going through similar things. Because Justin has kept a big distance from his fans for years, this is a natural change in how he interacts with them. Since this approach is good for everyone, the criticism doesn't make sense. Fans get to meet someone they've admired for years in a way they've never been able to before, and Justin builds a new platform for creative and business opportunities. By embracing vulnerability and authenticity instead of manufactured perfection, other artists could learn from this model and maybe change how celebrity culture works. The criticism about him not being at home makes us think we know a lot about his family situation, which we don't. Perhaps Hailey fully backs this project. They might have a plan that lets him stream and be with his child at the same time. Maybe this is good for his mental health because it lets him be creative and interact with other people. We don't know enough about him to judge the way he raises his kids. What interests me most about this situation is how it shows how audiences and public figures are changing what they expect from each other. The old model of celebrities keeping a mysterious persona while only showing up in public occasionally seems more and more out of date. Many of those barriers have already been broken down by social media, which lets regular people see into the lives of celebrities through carefully chosen posts. Justin's Twitch streams go even further with this openness by not editing the videos and showing moments as they really happened. He isn't showing a polished version of himself that is meant to keep up a certain image. He's just living in the present with all the messiness and truth that comes with that. Because the entertainment business has changed so much, the need to make money can't be ignored either. Album sales have gone down because of streaming, and tours have become more expensive and hard to plan. Artists need to come up with new ideas and ways to make money and stay relevant. Justin is smart about business because he saw an untapped opportunity and acted on it. Partnerships with Twitch could lead to sponsorship deals and product placements that bring in extra money on top of what you make from other sources. If he's smart about it, this could turn into a big source of income that doesn't require the physical stress of touring or the creative stress of putting out new music. People who say this is too much exposure for no reason are missing the whole point. People now mostly watch on-demand personal content instead of idolizing famous people from afar for fun. Young people expect people they support to be open and easy to get in touch with. They want to believe that they have a personal relationship with their favorite artist that goes beyond just enjoying their work. That's what Justin's streams give him, and they also give him control over his story in a way that traditional media never did. He decides what to share, how to present himself, and who to talk to. The message is not filtered or changed by anyone else. The parent shaming part bothers me the most because it makes it seem like there is only one right way to balance work and family duties. Because every parent's situation is different, they handle these duties in their own way. Maybe Justin feels more creative after a few hours of streaming, which makes him a better dad when he gets home. It's possible that the security it gives him with his money lowers the stress that would otherwise affect his family life. We're not sure, to be honest, it's not our job to judge. People expect famous people to give up their careers after having kids, which is not realistic or fair. No one asks fathers who work in other fields if they should stop working or starting new projects after having kids. It's interesting to see how Justin presents himself change because he's clearly in a different headspace than he was earlier in his career. His willingness to talk about his own problems and growth shows that he is truly mature and self-aware. It's up to you to decide if you find it appealing or too much, but the authenticity seems impossible to deny. He's not acting like a character or trying to fix his image by making smart communications moves. He's just showing his current life to anyone who wants to see it. That much openness takes courage because it makes people more likely to criticize and judge him because they will find something wrong with everything he does. Many more artists will likely follow the same path in the entertainment world as traditional ways of making money continue to change. Artists can't just depend on touring and selling albums anymore. So being able to think creatively is important for a career. Justin's experiment with Twitch could encourage other people to try out new ways to connect with audiences and make money. We might see a bigger shift toward close, non-social relationships between artists and fans, made easier by technology that lets them stay in touch all the time. From different points of view, that could be good or bad, but the trend seems likely because of changes in how people buy things. When you look at the whole picture, the criticism seems to come from old-fashioned expectations rather than real concerns. Justin was able to reach many goals at once, such as engaging with fans, making money, expressing himself creatively, and being himself. Some people don't like it, but that doesn't mean the approach is wrong or that he should stop. Everyone will have different reactions to different things, and that's okay. People who like the content can watch it, while people who don't like it can just ignore it instead of telling him how to act like a celebrity they want him to. If you like this in-depth look at Justin's latest scandal and want more pop culture analysis sent right to you, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be talking about all the drama that everyone can't stop talking about. As more famous people try direct fan engagement, the debate about how accessible and real celebrities are will only get stronger. So stay tuned for more talks about how entertainment culture keeps changing in ways that no one saw coming.